Oh wait, what the heck? Oh, wait. Okay, well, it just popped back up for my other my other account. Yes. Yes. All right. So my stream died, but we're back. So I didn't get to use the bathroom. I literally went to go use the bathroom, and then I went to sit down, and then it died like instantly, and I didn't like that. So I came back to fix it. So I'm going back that way again. Oh man, sometimes. I'm back. I did not think about that, though. To be honest with you, I use Samsung, actually, not Apple, because I have a burning hatred for Apple products, though I do enjoy using them, and would love to see their downfall. So, if you were going to actually succeed in taking down Apple, that would have been really cool. So that's why I said I used Apple products, even though my phone is a Samsung. So, yeah. Good times, good times. All right. Let's get on with this process then, shall we? I have my mouse. I have Edge. I never thought I'd ever say that. So now we can figure out exactly what we're going to do here to create this. And I think the first thing we're going to do is basically delete out the stock mechanism entirely and kind of come through and clean up a huge portion of the gun just to get it kind of ready for receiving everything. So come through and delete this stuff on out. Pretty simple. And then we're just gonna fill it in. It doesn't have to be, you know, too perfect or anything. We're gonna leave it hollow for any type of stock that we decide to put on the end of this when we get around to that. So if we want to do like an M4 buffer tube or something like that, we can do that. We actually have a couple of AK models on this specific receiver that we have the folding AK buffer or the M4 buffer tube, so we'd be able to do that. If we wanted to go with a different type of stock, we can do that as well. I don't particularly know which one we're going to go with just yet, so we're going to see. In terms of the lower and the grip, yeah, I don't particularly know how we're going to do that. I think we're going to start by deleting out the magazine because we no longer need it. And then coming through and deleting everything below this, basically. To just about there. All of this comes out. And then the original trigger comes out. And we're left with basically that as a receiver. We can come through and trim this up just a little bit. Make it look a little bit better. Pretty simple. And then the safety is all the same. They have a different style of charging handle on theirs. They use just the cylindrical circular one. So for that, we can just take and put this here. And then whenever it decides to load, great. This should be silver metallic, I think. And if not this, then it will be the lighter version. Yeah, okay. And then we can take and duplicate this piece, flip it 180 degrees, and both of these will sit face to face to one another excellently. We're going to take a 3 with the stop on the end of it so it doesn't pull back through this hole, and stick it out. So it doesn't go on the outside over here. Whenever it decides to go back, it goes on the inside. So there's actually a stopping piece on the end of this piece down here that prevents it from pulling back through the hole. So that actually now gets locked into place kind of mechanically, really. So then we're going to put a half bushing to make up the difference. And then we're going to do the cylindrical charging handle, which is honestly, it's pretty basic. It's not exactly like difficult to do. It's, yeah, like I said, it's super basic stuff. So it's gonna go here, and then we're not gonna put a full another one. We're just gonna do a 1, and then we're gonna follow it up with a flat on top of it, and that's like a good enough, kind of like a stub circular charging handle sticking out the end of this. No problem. In terms of handguard, this uses like a weird MP5K-ish handguard. I do have one sitting inside of my Rainbow Six Siege file, so I definitely have it available. I'm not going to use it here. I think for this one, making it from scratch will probably end up working better in terms of this model. I'm going to advertise my Lego gun stream because it's better than yours. Alright, no. Not alright, but good try. And then this should be a bronze. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, copper. I almost had it. So this looks to be a, like, just straight up flat gas tube. And then it's like pushed way, way back. So we can actually delete out this piece. This whole upper handguard can come out. So we can delete that out. And then we're gonna, we'll keep part of the lower handguard. I'm thinking like 8 studs is fine for that. So everything below it, we're gonna delete out. Whatever it is that might be in the way. And then we'll come back through and fix it as we go back. So now we should be able to delete these out. Okay, it's going to be a pain. Oops. We don't need to delete those yet. We are going to delete them, just not yet. All right, so then the handguard. So if we take a look at this, there's no takedown pin on this. So this is actually going to come up here-ish. So we can go ahead and delete this out because we don't need it. Child Protective Services, CPS. And then like the 8 will be here, and then it'll drop down like so to be like a 10. So it'll come out just a little bit more. Which means our barrel and stuff should sit way over here. So also we can get rid of the Crincroft end on this because this doesn't have a muzzle brake on it, and I think that's very integral to the look of this thing, whatever it may be. That is a ridiculously short barrel. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and delete this top layer out, and we're gonna leave the bottom. So that should be fine, and then come through, delete some of this other stuff out. There. So now we gotta... This detail, honestly, I'm not too concerned about making that. Well, no, because it should be relatively easy to make. I say that, and then it's going to be like 400 hours later, and we haven't done anything else on the model because I'm still stuck on doing that one thing. So this seems to not stick down past here too much. I'm going to let it stick down just maybe by one. Yeah. Just to kind of give it something. So this should actually be turned the other way. Oh, what am I doing? Let's put those back. Let's take this and put it here. I'm trying to do this. No, because it shouldn't stick down that far. No, oh, because this is stick. Yeah, so let's come through and delete these. These are the things that shouldn't be down so far. And then move these up to where we had room. Okay. So then we do, I mean, we don't even need to use like super complicated pieces for that. Why don't we just do these instead? Why am I trying to make it so complicated on myself when we could just use something way easier? So that goes there, and then underneath it is an actual rail. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 holes. So it'll be more like 8 with actual Lego. So yeah, really not much you can do about it. We're gonna put this to a 12 to see how long this is. And this does stick out to the end of the barrel a little bit. So instead, we'll make this a 2x14. Actually, we'll leave that there for 15. Then we're going to stick a 12 here. And then we're going to set up the rail system. We're going to stick this in here, and we're going to flip a 2 upside down to fill in that gap that was made when we did that. Put that there. Put one here. This here. Cap it and cap it. And now we're going to come through and multi-select this. Control C it, and Control V it going forward. Walmart. Can't say I'm a fan of that establishment, if you want to call it that. For this front section here, you can see that it kind of comes out over the this rail. So for it, what we'll be doing is extending these pieces out, flipping them upside down, and then using some curved pieces to accomplish this, the way that I would like to accomplish this. I don't shop at Kmart either, so you're out of luck there. I shop at Target because I am bougie. I'm sensible. It's also the closest thing to us. I could take back roads to get all the way to Target and not have to worry about like anything really, because it's all back roads. So Target. Why does your dad not like Target? Target's like the best store in the world. I love Target. They have self-checkout that doesn't like yell at you all the time. It's fantastic. I hate Walmart self-checkout because it's like yelling at you 24/7. Put the item on the scale. Yeah, it just gets really annoying and kind of dumb at times. So I don't like that. Same thing with Publix, because I think they're made by the same company. It does like both of them together, so. Target, like I said, it doesn't yell at you. There's always someone, well, at our Target, I should say, we'll preface this. There's always someone like right there helping everyone with checking out stuff. So like buying alcohol, there's always someone there to take your ID. So even at self-checkout, you can still buy alcohol. Or if there's like an item with a security tag, they're there and they're going to help you take it off and stuff like that, which is just really nice. Yeah. And me personally, I buy a lot of cases of soda when I go to Target because usually they're on sale. Usually. Like the most recent sale that we bought a whole case, they're above me right now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cases above me here. There was 4 over there. So we bought 12 in total, a whole bunch. The most recent sale that they had was, I think it was 2 cases for $7. It was a scam how much they were selling it for. So we bought a whole bunch of them. When I go to Target and I buy a whole bunch of soda like that, I put them in the cart so that I don't have to move them when I get to self-checkout. All I do is scan the barcodes. So I actually put them in the cart upside down in a stair-like fashion so that all of their barcodes are exposed, so that you just grab the little press gun and boop, 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 and then you're done. That's really nice. At Walmart and stuff, I feel like I just can't because it's yelling at you to put your shit on the thing all the time. And I don't want to. I really don't. I'm not going to say I do this often or a lot, but I also feel like if it leaves the cart, there is a higher propensity for that item to be left at the store. If it stays in the cart, not so much, if that makes any sense. Probably not. I probably just destroyed all of y'all's brains with the stupidity that just came up with my mouth. I don't know. I also like Target because it always feels clean. Always. I don't think there's been once that we've walked into our local Target and it hasn't been, I'm not going to say spotless, like absolutely immaculate, but it doesn't feel like there's dirt and grime and filth all over the place. At least inside the store, because, outside the store, birds do whatever the hell they want because they're birds. Ain't no one going to be able to tell birds that they can't shit someplace. The day that we can do that is the day we accomplish world domination. Hello, Camille. If we could tell birds where they could and couldn't shit, we could ruin everyone's life. Yeah. Or, like, some instances, like if I go to Lowe's all the time for my other job, and like we're buying stuff. If one item that's the same as another item doesn't have a sticker on it, the person helping me is just like, oh, well, you can scan this one twice and you'll be fine. Whereas I feel like at Walmart, if you scan an item twice because you've got multiples of the same item and you go to walk through the thing, it's going to beep like you're stealing it, which is annoying as all get out. I don't need it beeping like every 5 seconds. I just want to get my items and get out. As literally, I didn't mean that as a joke, but then I just thought about Jeff Dunham. Welcome to Walmart, get your shit and get out. That's literally all I want to actually do when I go to Walmart. But Walmart makes it into like this huge chore of what I can and can't do, and that ruins everything. Makes my life so much more miserable. we're just gonna slap this in here so that we can fix this. So there's like a curve going back into this rail down here, so we're gonna try to add that. Should be pretty simple. Honestly though, I'm gonna, this is like borderline, I don't know what you want to call it, like a horrible thing to say, I guess. I feel like there's a lot of people that go to Walmart that you don't want to see. Like, okay, so you know how in the back of your head every single day you know for an absolute fact that homeless people exist, but then like the second you're driving down the road and see one, you feel ultimately like horrible and guilty and like all these other emotions that you just hate, right? I feel like Walmart is the same place. Like you walk into Walmart and you're just instantly like, oh yeah, these people exist. I knew they existed, but now I have to witness it, which is, you know, again, a horrible thing to say. I don't know, I don't think, I think entitlement goes anywhere that you'll go. I don't think that's just a Walmart problem. But it's definitely a problem. I've also, like, think about all the news moments that you've heard. How many times have you heard, like, oh, at local Walmart there was a shooting, and then you find out that it was over something, like, incredibly stupid? Like it was over the last pencil box or something like that for back-to-school shopping. I hear a lot of Walmart stories with that. Not necessarily a lot of Target or Publix. Publix is the down south version of Food Lion, Piggly Wiggly, a couple other stores, stuff like that. I don't hear a lot of that about Target or Publix. It's mostly Walmart, and it's kind of sad because I feel like Walmart is just like there. Like, you know, Walmart doesn't open its doors every morning rubbing their hands together like, oh yeah, today we're gonna kill this bitch. Yeah. And then, you know, they don't plan that type of stuff. And then they get this horrible name for themselves because people don't know how to control themselves or their emotions. And they suffer for it as a brand, in a sense. You know, that's not like everywhere. I think I'm kind of rambling. We're just going to close these gaps just a little bit here, just to make it look slightly better. It could probably be a little higher with this gas tube that's up here, but I think this is fine. Honestly, the scary part is there will probably be a day in the future where we do have barcodes on us somewhere. You see this a lot in like dystopian novels and stuff like that about barcodes and like the ways that they're used. Is it that far-fetched though that one day, yeah, we'll be using this as our grip for this. I'm pretty sure that this is a American-made 9mm AK conversion, and they used Glock mags in some of them. And I'm pretty sure someone just took and made their own custom, like, weird submachine gun, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. I got kind of sidetracked. What were we talking about? Now I gotta remember. As far as I know, it works. Sorry, wrong image. Everything about this looks correct. You would use a type of transfer bar that's probably on the other side to take this trigger pull and transfer it back to here. Other than that, the only real modification you have to make would be... No, because this might be a straight blowback. If this is straight blowback, you don't have to make any modifications to the gas tube. I don't know. As far as I know, it works. She's kind of, weird looking. We were talking about something and I completely forgot where we were at. So now, if I was going somewhere interesting with that, I completely dropped the ball. Sorry about that, guys. So we're going to take this and turn it. And instead of doing those two pieces, we'll do this. Yeah, I know we were talking about Walmart, but I had like a specific thought going on and like an something. I don't remember what. Like I had a specific point I was going to make. No, you're okay, man. Trust me, this was like natural flow conversation at this point, so it doesn't bother me. Yeah, Walmart has really bad reputations. This is another topic that we can get into. So we'll move past the Walmart one and we'll talk about YouTube recommendations. YouTube recommendations are probably some of the worst things in the world. They are absolutely abysmal at times. Like horribly inaccurate to anything, really. So like if we go, I'm on my other account, and the only person that I'm subscribed to on my other account is my own self. So if we take a look here, The Rise and Fall of Subway by Business Insider. I don't care about that. Duck Dynasty, hilarious moment, size injury. That's from A&E 2 years ago. I don't care about that either. Iraq Veteran 8888, top 5 most concealable guns. I slightly care about that because it's a gun video. The problem is I don't like Iraq Veteran 8888, so I'm okay. Mako, SeaWorld, Orlando, point of view GoPro 4. I don't want to watch that. And the problem is, this isn't just me with all these problems. This is like, everyone has problems like this, and it's ridiculous. And it's really annoying. You can watch one video and YouTube's like, he loves this. Let's fill his whole phone with it. And that's how it's been for me for a while now. And like I said, it's really annoying because there's like some videos that I watch one off because someone sends me a link or something that's usually not what I watch. I watch it once and then all of a sudden I'm flooded with videos like that. And I don't like it. It's really annoying. We're going to call this save as. And now we're going to go find the name of the actual rifle that this is for, because I'm going to save it as whatever the name of that rifle is and then put Abomination there. So, yeah, this thing. Draco NAK9. NAK9. So we're going to save this to the desktop. Draco NAK9 Abomination. Work in progress version 1. Boom. The AI is getting really good everywhere else, and then there's YouTube. Man, trust me. I'm fortunate enough that I don't have Fortnite content recommended to me. Thank God. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Fortnite. I don't like the concept of Fortnite. So, man, thank goodness I don't get it recommended to me. I have 13 YouTube tabs open and no lag. You're a madman. Um, yeah, no, I personally can't stand having more than like one or two tabs open. So, I don't open more than that really. Honestly, I don't. I cannot stand having more than that many tabs open at a time. I don't. I don't know. Battle Royale, not really my thing. When Apex Legends dropped, I played Apex Legends for literally all of 2 days. When it first came out, the first week it came out, I played it for 2 days, and that was it. I played it primarily because I liked Titanfall 1. I loved Titanfall 2. I actually just re-downloaded and started playing Titanfall 2 again to get some first-person shooter skills back into my available skill set because the new Call of Duty is coming out, and this one looks pretty awesome. I'm pretty hyped for this one. Can't wait. So, yeah. And now really play it. I'm really curious about this hand grip in this picture. Is it a custom or just a Glock mag wrapped in bake-like-ish texture? I'm not sure, because if we take a look at this, it's on edge. And we full screen this. And can we get a zoom in here? Okay, that's as far as we can zoom apparently. Can we do this? Oh, there we go. All right, much better. This looks... It definitely looks like Bakelite. I wonder how hard it is to make Bakelite. I don't know, because, maybe someone did like a custom... I don't know how Bakelite works, like a mold or something of a Glock frame, and then made that and used it for this. I'm not entirely sure. So interesting. Yeah, let's go back to this and then dig through some Lego files in mine. We can actually close out of that. I don't need that open. Played Apex because I love Titanfall 2 as well and got to rank 75, then deleted it. I don't know. To me, Battle Royale just wasn't my thing. I also played solo. Hey, Luke. So that was kind of a big deal. Playing solo on Battle Royales is a horrible idea. So that kind of also played into it. I'm glad that I came out of that, though, away from it because I've been keeping up with the news of the game still. And obviously, the studio who released it said that they were going to be making huge updates and improvements to the game constantly, like all the time, keeping up with Fortnite and how they release things. And then they dropped the ball horribly. So obviously I'm a lot happier now that I'm not sticking around with the game like that. I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. Now that Camille is like asking all these questions, it hurts my brain to think about how they did this, how this is here somehow. Yeah, it hurts. I was gonna. It probably takes Glock 17 mags. So, what am I doing? I'm looking for Lego items. We need to get a Glock grip to graft on there somehow. And the problem is, I don't think that I have a proper Glock to put on there. Rainbow Six is one of those games you cannot dislike. It's impossible if you like shooters. Love Rainbow Six Siege. I just don't play it as much as I should be playing it. What's wrong with the grip placement? I'm not too concerned about the grip placement, because it's, ooh man, only 3 hours. It's not a lot. This magazine is already here. There's just a mag well that sits right about here-ish. Actually, that's what might these two holes right here might actually be where it might be like, maybe it wraps around the mag well that's already here or something. Not entirely sure how this works. I think this is fine. I'm pretty sure that this is where it should be. And I just dumped 20 bucks on operators. Now I'm only missing Miss Nanomachines. Nanomachines, son! Oh man, one of my favorite lines in gaming history. The old days. So this is LEGO Gun Trilogy's Glock. It's a fantastic Glock. I really like it. Maybe we can graft that on? I played Rainbow Six Siege seriously for maybe 6 months. And then I started watching a whole bunch of videos where people were doing hilarious things. They were still playing the game, but hilarious things were happening while they were playing the game. They would play objective-based game modes and actually do the objective and things like that. But in the process of doing that, funny things would happen. I have now converted to basically not playing Rainbow Six Siege seriously almost at all. Like ever. What happened? Go ahead, man. Hit us up with them deets. Please be disconnected. No, of course you aren't, because you hate me. So we're gonna come through and delete this out. Slowly but surely. On Canal, there's a new spot you can hide in the office, OPJ. Oh boy. Were you playing hide and seek with everyone? Oh, you think you're the first to find it? Oh, that's a bold claim right there. Okay, we're going to the middle window. Then there's a desk, impact it, and then you are almost completely hidden and playing as a dark operator, warden, cav, etc. You can sit there and confuse the enemy. That actually sounds pretty legit, to be honest with you. Did I get a haircut? Not recently, so pretty long ago. It's kind of hard to see with the light washing out everything. I don't know why I stream like this, considering the light washes out every single time I do this. I should also minimize that. Makes things easier. That sounds pretty legit. Not gonna lie. So this is our new Glock lower that we're gonna put over here to the best of our abilities, because things are complicated. We're gonna actually try to possibly drop all of this by one stud down. Possibly. Because I don't know if it's going to work. Obviously, well, we're going to move the we're going to make a different trigger for this, so get rid of that too. I killed someone, I think, lying from it, but then I moved and a Monty saw me, but I quickly got out and knifed him from behind. It's in the OBJ too, so you can contest. Not bad. Though, again, it's been quite some time since I've played. A little bit, yeah. This should be the old gray. Yes, this is in fact the old gray. And we're going to now use this to assist us in our quests. We're just, these two bricks that I just placed, that flat piece and that 2x3, are just there to act as a spacer so that we can place this. Actually, somewhat perfect. That is about where it goes. I mean, this ends up here. So we actually we'll round this off just a little bit better. Our magazine comes up this way. That's fine. We'll kind of come through and I think we'll cut this open just a little bit more. And then maybe we'll move this a stud back. So instead of being there, it'll be here. So that'll be that. We're gonna also minimize this because this is huge. I'm gonna say not on stream, but if you want to message me, message it to me. I will definitely watch it. I just found Bakelite hydro dipping, so that can be it for the hanger. A bunch of people are doing this to M4 stocks, etc. Cool. That's awesome to hear. That, you know, that definitely like explains how they got this Glock. Yes, that's Xbox. How they got the Glock and stuff to work with this. It's just so unique, I guess. It's kind of hard to explain. Like, it's just so... I don't even know. because there was gunsmithing that went into this. You can't just put it in there and then call it a day. Like, you had to actually do something, and I think it's weird that it's a cool concept. I like the idea. It's just so strange. All right, man, no problem. You don't gotta worry about that. No problem, Luke. See you later, man. Thanks for coming out. No problem, man. We're gonna try to fix up this shape on the stock. There's no doubt in my mind that this was the appropriate shape for the Glock and everything going on for LGT. But for the sake of the image that we're using and how it looks, we are going to slightly alter this so that it matches this image better than what it had looked like. Place that in there, like so. And then switch back to gray. Start on this side. Down 4, down 1. 2 2s, close these gaps. We're going to do a 4 going across, followed by a 4 on top. Weird. I don't know what was going on there. And then we're going to do a 1 down, just like so. And that'll serve as that. Did this? Yeah, it does. Okay. For the trigger area, I did want to extend this up 1. You don't have like a microphone or anything? And we'll fix the trigger here in a sec. These spacer pieces we can go ahead and get rid of. Do a 4x4 by 1. That's fine. We're gonna delete this out because I don't mind seeing that. And then for the magazine, what we're going to do is there? I thought there might have been a way to turn off the grid inside of here. I know there's definitely one inside of Studio, but Not here, unfortunately. We basically just deleted like the whole magazine that was stuck up there for the most part. I'm not too fluffed about it. So to turn this into 3 studs is pretty simple. 2 studs. Just take it, add these in as far back as it'll go. And take these, put them there, put them there. Oh man, trust me, I know that struggle all too well. I spent so much time on my own Xbox without a mic. Because sometimes, man, they just break. Okay, I got you. I hated, like, when I first bought my Xbox, it came with a microphone. I was like, oh yeah, awesome, a microphone. And then I started using it. And then I kid you not, like 2 weeks later, it broke. And I was instantly like distraught because it had broken so quickly. And it turns out, you know, obviously it's a piece of junk compared to other things. Why is... No! No! Oh my god, it loaded. Okay, we're gonna save this really fast as version 2. Because I don't want to restart that. Yeah, man. So, like, I didn't know how much gaming headsets and stuff cost until I actually bought my first one. Which is really expensive. Because the first headset that I had came with the Xbox. The second headset I had, I got from a friend for my birthday. I used those until they broke. I actually really like those. They glowed green. And I know that's like a cheap brand. That company that makes all their controllers and stuff, the gamer gear that glows and stuff, I really like the glowing, but I know they're cheap compared to like other people. In the sense that like the products or the materials that they use are, you know, cheap. It's kind of, yeah, it's just how it is, really. And then after that, I needed another pair of headphones. So I went out and I bought my own. I had basically yeah, I got Astros. They're right here. I got the 850s with the audio mixer because I don't know, I just felt like it, I guess. They have served me diligently really, really well through a lot of different games. And the only problem that I've had with them is that removable headband piece that you can customize and whatnot from them has, I don't want to say, it hasn't broken, but it became loose in that housing. So like I had to electrical tape it into place so it no longer moved or anything. Put that there. That just, it looks better for all intents and purposes. That's that, and then there's this base down at the bottom. We're not going to make the base. I'm lazy. Why make the base when we can move on to doing funner things like figuring out what we're going to do with this stock? And also coloring this, because it looks bad right now. There's a lot going on here. I'd say that is version 2. Alright, so this has the bakelite thing going on with it, which it's not really a bad thing. I don't mind that. I just don't think I could get the same feeling here inside of LVD, and I'm kind of thinking about going with a more tactical version of this, which I'm thinking like more modern day colors, basically. Please don't think that this is going to be the final color. I'm just going through and kind of experimenting right now, trying to figure out what colors are going to be what. So for the main body, I'm thinking about using black because it will blend some of the imperfections up here really well. For these details, maybe a brown, no. You could go with like a fake wood. Ooh, a nougat might look pretty cool there. And then doing a connected, to do this in black. I definitely want the magazine to be black. And then I wanted there to be this back, this whole lower right here, and this are probably going to match colors. If we do that in nougat as well, no problem. And then do like a medium nougat, which is slightly different. No, there should be a brown, which is a lot of different, so that you can actually see it. And then do maybe this in brown. No, this whole thing up here should be black. I don't know why I made this in a different color on the Vitiaz. We're gonna leave this lipstick thing the color it is. Okay. Then yeah, maybe actually we could do this in a gunmetal. And then for these, actually do them in black. There we go. All right. For these sliding details, we're going to do the same color as the bolt. Just like so. Much better. Okay. For the rail system, it's going to be in black. And then we might switch from nougat to a different color. What am I doing? Color selection tool. Gold. I've never been a fan of gold on guns, to be honest with you guys. You could do a dark red. Because it could be like a polymer-based material, so it could be pretty much anything. The actual medium nougat doesn't look bad at all. That's what. Yeah, that's the medium nougat. that honestly doesn't look that bad. I actually really like that color itself, so I think going with that is a good idea. In terms of stocks, I put out a feeler for stocks inside of Discord, I think yesterday. I was recommended by Sick to do the Uzi Pro stock. So if we just look up Uzi Pro, it should come up. I've done the Uzi Pro before. I don't remember the stock, though. Yeah. I just remember I didn't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. So someone else suggested that I do an AK extended stock sticking out of the back, and I don't think I'm gonna like that either. I think with something like this, the stock should be in this area here. So I did think about doing the wooden Uzi style of stock that comes out like so, because I should have my different usernames. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, we should definitely save this. I should have saved it before I opened up the templates tab, because templates are gonna like destroy the computer. So we're gonna save this. All right, that's Jim's. That's David's. That's 6. Which means the last one should be M-Duns? Yeah. So now we gotta load this whole thing in, and there's a lot. So brace yourselves. I'm probably not gonna like the Uzi stock. I'm seriously thinking that doing a SVU style stock will probably be the best thing. I'm waiting on this to load, because I'm like murdering my computer. So I guess while we wait, I'm gonna make some food. Man, I am hungry. It's loaded. Thank goodness. Now we just gotta find a place to put it. All of it, because there's so much. Alright. So now that that's in, we can start deleting it. So, really the only thing that I'm here for is honestly the oozy stocks and stuff like that. So once all of that is out of the way, things become far easier. If we put these over here. So maybe the folding stock is actually not too bad of a choice. Ooh, it's 3 studs wide. Oof. That one's rough. So do all of these go into 3 studs wide then? I'm thinking the folding stock. Yeah. Because it just, I think having folding it up underneath here would make a lot of sense. So now we need to actually figure out how this is mounted here. Delete it how it's mounted here. And then mount it to the AK. So once all of this is deleted out, it should be free. Yes. All right, nothing got left behind. So now we're actually going to take both of these different versions, because less work in the long run for us, and delete out all of this, because we no longer need it. And I'm also thinking about making these in titanium metallic, because I think it'd look better, because you could tell the difference between what is what, basically. So for this, it's going to be pretty easy modification. This is definitely not going to work in real life, but I'm kind of lazy, as you guys know. So does this fold up flat as well? It does. Okay. So we can just take this here and then literally do... Oh, wait. Before we do that, let's move this to the side. Let's take this and now duplicate it over here off to the side. So then we can have the folded and unfolded version as needed. So this is literally going to sit right there. Okay, so what does it look like extended? Answer. It's a stock, what can I say? I like the underfolding aspect of it, so I think for now we're going to keep it. If I come up with a better idea, we can come back through and change it. Yeah. I think doing something like that, maybe from this angle, should be fine. And then rendering it. And that's that. Cool. delete version 1 save. Alright, now we can exit out of this, and exit out of this, exit out of that, because we're all nice and done. We're going to exit out of chat, but I've still got it open on my phone, so we have that available to us. We're going to go to Studio now. Whenever it decides to load it. So I guess while we're waiting on it to load, I'm going to go finish getting my food together. Wonderful. Beef stew and rice. Good stuff. We're going to import the model in. Interesting. I don't know. I don't remember that being in there. So we're going to go ahead and render this now. And then this is good solid color building JPEG. So now you guys get to actually sit here and have like a little bit of a process of how this whole system works really in terms of rendering. I don't know exactly how long this is going to take. Considering I have OBS open. So this is pretty simple. For rendering, it literally just takes how you set that image and converts it into a couple files from my understanding. And it goes through and it does these tiles. And it renders each tile. It will render 50% of the image, the progress up in the upper right-hand corner up here. When it gets to 50%, the whole black area that you see on the screen will be full of the actual image itself. And then you'll see that there's like the grainy bits and stuff like that in the current rendering that's going on. That will change because after it hits 50% and the whole image is done, it will go back through and actually fix a lot of the graininess and errors going on and making it look more photorealistic as they claim it to be. This is the quarter way mark. It's at 25%. You can see that almost half the image is actually done kind of pre-rendering, and now it's going to go through and do the other half. A lot of this is actually just gray space, as you can see, and it'll go. I don't know if that helps or hurts it. If you convert the file from JPEG to PNG and then turn the background transparent, again, I don't know if that helps or hurts it. I'm not really entirely sure how this stuff works entirely, really. As you can see, it's at 49% up in this little corner. Now it's at 50. This is officially halfway through. Now the job of the rendering is to go back through all of these inside areas that look grainy, like there's something, kind of strange or weird going on. It's going to go back over those and it's going to fix a lot of those grain kind of looking issues with the model so that it actually looks photorealistic and not just plastic. at 75% of the way through, which is a third of the way. I'm so sorry, that's not a third of the way, that is a quarter of the way. Oh my goodness. 3/4 of the way. Woo, man, my fraction's way off. Official drink sponsor of the channel, Pepsi. They don't actually sponsor me or endorse anything to say, but I love your products, so what I drink, mostly, because, you know, other things. Alright. It's down. Up to 83% down now. Hey, well, welcome back, man. We're pretty much done for the stream. I'm just going to let this one out. It's pretty much done right. And then once this is finished, that's really it. I just on stream. As far as I can tell, yes, but no, because I can tell it's definitely lagging the stream a lot more. Like, my thing is buffering now, which is not a good thing, but it happens. So, but this is what we got. So, a lot of people went into making this, which is insane. My different username, I used his stock piece from his Uzi series to put the stock on this gun. Lego Gun Trilogy, I used his lower Glock for this. And everything else was me. But two people, you know, coming together and adding them on, that's kind of a big deal. So yeah, man, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know if I want to keep the Uzi stock or not. I might switch it out for something else. But I like the idea of it being able to extend and fold within the space of the gun. So the next most logical thing to put in terms of stocks that fold, obviously, is the AK underfolding. stock going up on it. Yeah, I'm okay with that, Luke. Do you know what time it's going to come out? Like Eastern Standard Time? Like about the time that it'll come out for Eastern Standard Time? Because I'll watch it. I just need to know what time it comes out. Yeah. Just don't be offended. I haven't really mentioned this all stream. Don't be offended if I don't, because I fell asleep. I mean, I usually don't mention this all stream, but I have been partaking. And when I partake, I get really tired. Like, that's why I did a really small gun build that really didn't take long. That's why towards the end of stream, I stopped talking so much, because I kind of became tired. So, if you can give me like a ballpark time of when it's going to be out around Eastern Standard, that'd be great. Because then I could set like an alarm or something just in case I fall asleep. Oh man, my joint just cracked. My sound is gone. Oh, maybe my phone was just behind. Let's Oh yeah, my phone is definitely behind. I just covered my camera lens with my finger and then started counting. And on my phone, it's at the part where I showed that I was partaking, so it's behind, all right. Well, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end stream here. Like I said, I've been partaking. That makes me extremely tired. I'm going to set an alarm for about 10:15. No, that's not an hour from now. What am I saying? 10:45, maybe 11. I'll set an alarm and I'll wake up so that I could actually watch the video that Luke is talking about.